my way, still you're there right beside me. Nothing will I fear as long as you are near. Please be near me to the end. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And I will not forget your love for me, and yet my heart forever is wandering. And hold me to your side, and I will love you to the end.
Maya Sere Mayeke Sere Mayeke Sere Mayeke Sere Mayeke Yahuwah Sere Mayeke Sere Mayeke Bushantalabu Sereyeke Yahuwah Sande Mayebu Urubusakaya Sande O Mayeko Urubushantaya Santulubuye Yahuwah Sendeleya Oh Sende Mayebu Seke Mayeke Aurobo Santaya Oh Yahuwah Ruach HaKodesh Aurobo Sende O Mayeke Aurobo Shantaya Sende Mayeke Ruach HaKodesh Santa Latubu Sere Omayeke Yaraba Santa Yabo Santa Lubu Oh Yehoshi Yaraba Sandeya Erebo Seike Santu Motebo Horobo Santaya Santu Motebo Ushantala Yabe Santu Motebo Oh Yehoshi Sandeya Santu Motebo Horobo Sakaya Santu Motebo Moshandaleya Oh Yahuwah Rabasantaya Yahuwah Kurilabashandebo Yahoshua Yarabasante Ruach HaKodesh Yerebo Sonda Yaheya Mo Santalabo Mo Shantalabeya Me Karabasuntele Yabe Yahuwah Robosekeya Yahuwah Oh Mo Shantalabu Moseke oh Yahuwah Robosekeya Seke Motebo Urba Shantaya Seke Motebo Ruboskari Baba Shantala Yabe Oh Yahuwah Hey oh Seke Motebo Yahuwah Seke Motebo Ruboshantaya Musanta Labu Oh Yahuwah Yarabo Sundeli Mahanta Lababayo Kurilaba Santa Labayanta Babayo Moshe Kerebo Busantalaya Mosantalabo Hey ho Moshe Kerebo Hurabahanta Lababayerebo Seke Motebo Se Sakaya Santula Buye Hayahuwa Bushantao Mereke Yandebo Merekeyante borabo santaya baha orobos kurile bahan talabaye bushantalaba bos kereboya me santalaba bus kalabaye bushala hilala ho santaya hey ye buseke yeke buhura bahan talababo mosekerebe bushantalaba helele hilalos ke yababaye purudekes karababa yo Yohuwa purudekes karaba orobos kerebe yebe ha hey ha bushantalabo ye babo sekebo Greetings to the 12 tribes of Yisrael scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Yahuwah. Shalom and much love, family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah said unto you, Cana the Revelator, sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. Exactly what we are doing here, family, decoding end times prophecies, signs, and dreams in preparing people by the house for the return of King Yehoshua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom eternally due all glory, worship, praise, exaltation, power, excellency, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the blessed one, the eternal pure energy and the very DNA of the Yahuwah Almighty. Hallelujah. Surah Abba Yahuwah. Amen. Like I love to say, or like I keep saying, sound or trumpets precedes every single movement of the Yahuwah. And this is exactly what we are doing right now. This is how we sound the trumpet. That what he has spoken of in Exodus 34 verses 10 is about to be revealed, is about to be surfaced. That the owner of the earth, the Son of the Most High, the only true Messiah, King Yehoshua HaMashiach, is about to be revealed. That right now, there is a shift in the spirit realm. That we are the last generation to see this great event spoken of even before the beginning or the foundation of this world. That we are the last generation to receive him, to see his coming. The very unique glory we all is fighting for to see. The resurrection of the firstborn. The first resurrection. That the Ruach HaKodesh, as he said in his word, let him that have ear hear what he himself is saying to this last generation. That we are the last generation to see this great event. And exactly the signs of the last days is also saying the same thing. Do you have ear to hear? Listen now.
You can obviously believe that Watchmen, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for White It Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, to take heed that no man deceive you.
Hey guys, the gig is up. I'm not the real Jesus. As a matter of fact, the fella's name wasn't even Jesus. He had a Hebrew name. There wasn't a letter J until a few hundred years ago. With that being said, I have fooled the whole world into the biggest sham of all time. The name and identity of the real fella has been taken over by me. There are thousands of paintings of Jesus, and they don't even come close. Jesus
prior to this, let us get a precept. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So what is new now? Does this still apply, or Jesus also done away with it? This is deep and wired. Let's proceed. Now, Matthew 24:24. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, inasmuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Like I said, what is new now in town? What is on board? Does this still apply, or you saying something that your Jesus done away also with this? You know, Jesus is so crazy. His message is yes and no. I said Shabbat is perpetual, but now I said it isn't perpetual. Now it is Sunday. You see how crazy and mad this your Jesus is. Father, I bless you for the lives of the elect. Mishmaker and people, here we are again in the heavenly courtroom of the Yahuwah Almighty, in retouching this breathful message he has already titled for you and me yesterday. Titled Yehoshua's Law is Eternal Glory, and Jesus' Law, it is Eternal Curse, Part 2. I pray for that you will help me today, because I'm supposed to end it today, but we still have a long way to go. You know, ready these long scripts, really, it is a tough one. Sometimes we are saying double, but we are doing this hard job for the sake of the elect that is already being deceived among this Christendom, that taught us that the royal law is a curse and said it is being done away. So this is why you must not stick with part 1. Follow up with this part 2. This is part 2. Yesterday we did the part 1. It is reading of the royal law, that after you have heard all these wonderful things, even so far we have read 223. I stopped there. So today we are going to begin with 224. You see, so far as we have gone, and we'll see that the 223 is so wonderful. So wonderful that if you yourself really with a open mind and not the mindset of the Christian or the mindset of the Jesus the Jesus, when you listen to the reading of the royal law, in fact, you will have nothing to do with the Christian anymore, because they are liars. So this is why you must listen to the part 1. If you just meet with this part 2, please try and listen to part 1. Like I said, it is the message of cleansing. It is the message of the two witnesses. The message of the two witnesses, it is to prepare the way for Messiah, because the message of the two witnesses, it is the forerunners of Messiah, preparing the bride for her bridegroom. That is what we are doing. This is the meaning of this message. So right now, like we always set the stage with Deuteronomy 32 from 1 to 4. I read, give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth, and my doctrine shall drop as the rain, and my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of Yahuwah. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a Elohim of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. Hallelujah. Himo Santa Labu Orobose Ye Orobose Himo Seke Yabutero Orobose Hima Santa O Orobose Hibole Mo Shanta Labe Orobose Ke Hibo Yandeo Oroboseke Karalabu Shanta Labe Oroboso Me Shanta O Orobose Orobosekeya, Oroboseya, O Yahuwah. Orobosehima Santa Labushende. Orobosekeya, oh, Orobose. I bless you, Father. So right now we are going to begin the reading of the royal law. So we stop, like I said, at 2:23. So today I begin with 2:24. Family, try and listen to part 1. If you only meet with this part 2, it can't do you of no help. We are in the heavenly court room of the Yahuwah. We are in the east court room. Now open and expose what is the royal law, so that you will get yourself and put your house in order. Christianity said the law is done away with. But if they want to steal, the law is available. This is why they are under condemnation. If they want to rob, they go to the law. If they want to quote, when you make a vow, you shouldn't delay in fulfilling it. It is in the law. Sowing of seed, it is in the law, even though it's not money. Okay, a tithe is in the law. Okay, fundraise, that is a gift offering or special offering, is in the law. We have dealt with that yesterday. You see, so they picked the part that suit them and left the other part. Why? Because they said the royal law is a cause, or indeed it makes a cause for them. Yes, because he unveiled the ends of Jesus the Jesus, the serpent, and they see the serpent. It is their judgment. That is why they said it's a cause, or actually simply make cause upon them. Because say if you obey is blessed, if you disobey is cause. That is it. So right now we start. So before we start the reading, let us go to the royal law, Second Corinthians chapter 11, I read verses 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Hawa through his craftiness, so your mind should be corrupt from the simplicity that is in Yahushua HaMashiach. You can keep reading. You see, this is the apostle Shahu of the Gentile, apostle to the Gentile. He said he's afraid that the devil will not also come to deceive you, or the serpent, like he did with Hawa. In Genesis 3, what did he do? He turned the royal law upside down. So apostle to the Gentile is saying he's afraid that that he will not also come to turn the royal law upside down in your hands. For the Yehovah said, the day you will touch the tree or eat of it, you shall surely die. And the serpent said, no, it doesn't really mean that. No, he said, when you thought you will be wise. Do you see how he twisted? So apostle to the Gentiles said he is also afraid that this same serpent will not also come to you Gentiles, and also twist the royal law in your hand. How did he twist it in your hand today? He said it's done away with. He said it's a cause. Serpent is speaking. Father, in your mighty name, I pray that you should bless the reading of your word. Help me not to do no mistakes, and help me perfect the reading of your words. So, family, we are going to start now with 204. So, but I'm going to be calling it 24. So, to make it easy also for me. Really, it is a long script. It's not easy. This is the most tough one. But I'm so glad and so blessed to do it to the glory of the Yahuwah, because it makes life for my brother and sister in the land of Babylon, so that they will get ready. We are all going home. Family, we are returning back to the promised land, and this is what is going to cleanse you, the royal law. Now we start. Orobos Karabayende. It is 224, but I will call it 24. Now 24, not to reap the affirmment of the feet that grow of itself in the Jubilee year, in the same way as in other year. Leviticus 25:11. I pray I'm able to establish it all, because we still have about 300 and something to read. In case I couldn't, because I wanted to end it at part 2, but in case I couldn't, therefore I will make a little video to complete the other part. But I pray my time cover all. all the leftover parts. So now 25. 25. Not to gather the fruits of the tree in the Jubilee year in the same way as in other year. Leviticus again 25:11. Now 26. To grant redemption to the land in the Jubilee year. Leviticus 25:24. So now another point. The court and the Yehudim procedure. 27. To appoint judges and officers in every community of Israel. Deuteronomy 16:18. 28. Not to appoint as a judge a person who is not well versed in the in the law of in the laws of the Torah, even if he is expert in other branches of knowledge. That is, Gentile is not allowed to be a judge or whatever. Deuteronomy 1:17. 29. To So point 29. To adjudicate cases of purchasers and sell. Leviticus 25:14. 30. To judge cases of 30. To judge cases of liberty of a paid depository. Exodus 22:9. 31. To adjudicate cases of loss for which a gratuitous are borrowed. Exodus 22:13 to 14. 32. To adjudicate cases of inheritance. Numbers 27:8 to 11. 33. To judge cases of damage caused by any uncovered pit. Exodus 21:33 to 34. To judge the case of injuries caused by beasts. Exodus 21:35 to 36. 35. To adjudicate case of damage caused by trespass of cattle. Now he's talking about dealings with animal. Okay. Exodus 22 verses 4. 36. To adjudicate cases of damage caused by fire. Exodus 22:5. 37. To adjudicate causes of damage caused by a gratuitous. Exodus 22:6 to 7. So now 38. To adjudicate other case between a plaintiff defendant. Exodus 22:8. 39. Not to cause a judge. Exodus 22:27. 40. That one who possesses evidence shall testify in court. Leviticus 5:1. Now 41. Not to testify falsely. Exodus 20:13. 42. That a witness who has testified in a capital case shall not lay down the law in that particular case. Numbers 35:30. 43. That a transgressor shall not testify. Exodus 23:1. 44. That the court shall not accept the testimony of a close relative of the defendant in matters of capital punishment. Deuteronomy 24:16. 45. Not to hear one of the parties to a suit in the absence of the other party. Exodus 23:1. 46. To examine witness thoroughly. Deuteronomy 30:15. 47. Not to decide a case on the evidence of a single witness. Deuteronomy 19:15. 48. To give the decision according to the majority rule when there is a differences of opinion among the members of the Sanhedrin as to matters of law. Exodus 23 verses 2. 49. Not to decide in capital case according to the view of the majority when those who are for condemnation exceed by one only those who are for acquitted. Exodus 23:2. Now 50. That in capital case one who had argued for acquittal shall not later on argue for condemnation. Exodus 23:2. 51 to treat parties in a 51 to treat parties in a litigation with equal partiality. Leviticus 19:15. 52 not to render iniquitous decision. Leviticus 19:15. 53. 53 not to favor a great man when trying a case. Leviticus 19:15 again. 54 not to take a bribe. Exodus 23:8. 55 not to be afraid of a bad man when trying a case. Deuteronomy 1:17. Now 56 not to be moved in trying a case by the poverty of a man of the parties. Exodus 23 verses 3. Leviticus 19:15 again. 57 not to pervert the judgment of strangers or orphans. Deuteronomy 24 verses 17. I don't just want to do no breaking, I just want to focus on reading, okay, because all this, they are all awesome, powerful. Now 58 not to pervert the judgment of a sinner, a palsy poor in fulfillment of commandment. Exodus 23:6. 59 not to render a decision on one's personal opinion, but only on the evidence of two witnesses who saw what actually occurred. Exodus 23 verses 7. 60 not to execute one guilty of a capital offense before he has stood his trial. Numbers 35 verses 61 to accept the 61 to accept the rulings of every Supreme Court in Israel. Deuteronomy 17:11. 62 not to rebel against the orders of the court. Deuteronomy 17 again 11. So now we are going to other point: injuries and damages. 63 to make a parapet for your roof. Deuteronomy 22:8. 64 not to leave something that might cause hurt. Deuteronomy 22:8 again. 65 to save the pursued even at the cost of the life of the pursuer. Yes, Deuteronomy 25 verses 12. 66 not to spare a pursuer, but he is to be slain before he reach the pursuit and slays the later or covers his nakedness. Deuteronomy 25 verses 12. So now we are going to other points. Property and property rights. 67 not to sell a field in the land of Israel in perpetuity. Yes, Leviticus 25:23. 68 not to change the character of the open field about the cities of the Levites or of their fields, not to sell it in perpetuity, but it may be redeemed at any time. Leviticus 25:34. 69 that house sold within a walled city may be redeemed within a year. Leviticus 25:29. 70 not to remove landmarks, property, builders. Deuteronomy 19:14. Boundaries. That is 70 not to remove landmarks, property boundaries. Yes. 71 not to swear falsely. 71 not to swear falsely in denial of others' property rights. Leviticus 19:11. 72 not to deny falsely others' properties rights. Leviticus 19:11. 73 never to settle in the land of Egypt. That is, you must return back. Don't settle down in Babylon. We are in Babylon. That is why we are doing this, because we want to go back home. Now it is the time. Don't settle in Babylon. Never to settle in the land of Egypt. Deuteronomy 17:16. 74 not to steal personal property. Leviticus 19:11. 75 to restore that which one took by robbery. That is the payment. Jesus, this is why he said it, the law is a curse because he's a thief. He stole this earth from the first man. So now he's going to pay back in 7 ways. Oh, yes, this is why he says it's a curse. Actually, it's a curse. Oh, yes, sir. Never to settle. Yeah, we'll read that one already to restore. Yeah, Leviticus 5:23. 76 to return lost property. Deuteronomy 22:1. 77 not to pretend not to have seen lost property, to avoid obligation to return it. Deuteronomy, that is when someone something else for them, you just, I don't want to break it down, so let me first of all focus on reading. So a time will come, we'll begin to take it step by step. Okay, so avoid, yeah, Deuteronomy 22:3. So now we are going to other section, other point, criminal laws. 78 not to slay an innocent person. Exodus 20:13. 79 not to kidnap any person of Israel. Exodus 20:30 again. 80 not to rob by violence. Leviticus 19:13 not to defraud. Leviticus 19:13 not to covet what belongs to other. You see, he's talking about stealing. You know, this is why Christianity said the law is a curse, because they are a thief. They are using the characteristic of the Bible. They are using our spirituality to rob from people buying for private jets. Horobos karabaye, ye torobos klimaha. Liars, thieves, they are defrauding one another. Oh my Father, not to covet. Yeah, for 82. Exodus 20:14. 83 not to 83 not to crave something that belongs to another. Deuteronomy of 5:18. 84 not to indulge in evil thoughts and sights. Numbers 15:30. Now after you have held all these things, you will not draw your conclusion, like I always love to say, and see that the law of Babylon it is cause, which is the law of Jesus. What is the use of it? How can you say all this is a cause? How can you dare say, if you are in with your right senses, how can you say anyone that said this is a cause, that person is a thief, he wants to rob, which is Jesus, the serpent, the father of Christianity. So right now we are going to other point, punishment and restitution. 85 that the court shall pass sentence of death by this 85 I take it again, that the court shall pass sentence of death by decapitation with a sword. Exodus 21:20, Leviticus 26:25. 86 that the court shall pass sentence of death by strangulation. Leviticus 20:10. That 87 that the court shall pass sentence of death by burning with fire. Yes, Leviticus 20:14. 88 that the court shall pass sentence of death by stoning to death. Deuteronomy 22:24. 89 to hang the dead body of one who has incurred that penalty. Deuteronomy 21:22. 90 that the dead body of an executed criminal shall not remain hanging on the tree overnight. Deuteronomy 21:23. 91 to enter the execute on the day of execution. Deuteronomy 21:23. 92 not to accept a ransom from a murderer. Numbers 35:31. 93 to exile one who commits accidentally homicide. Numbers 35:25. Now 95 to establish 6 cities of refuge for those who commit accidentally homicide. Deuteronomy 93. 95 not to accept ransom from any accidental homicide so as to relieve him from exile. Numbers 35:32. 96 to 96. To discapitate the heifer in the manner prescribed in expansion of a murderer on the road, the perpetrator of which remains uncovered. Deuteronomy 21:4. 97. Not to Apollo nor so the rough valley in which a heifer neck was broken. Deuteronomy 21:4. 98. To adjudge a thief to pay compensation or in certain case suffer death. Okay, Exodus 21:16, Exodus 21:37, Exodus 21:1. 99. That he who inflicts a bloody injury shall pay monetary compensation. Exodus 21:18-19. Now 300. To impose a penalty of 50k upon the sex user of an I don't know. My camera was just recording without reading. I was just reading, but I didn't press recording. So I don't know where am I now. So what I will do 300. So then let me quote the scripture. Maybe I read it up before. I don't know. Exodus 21:15-16. Law 301, which is 1. I start from 1. That the violator of unbetrothed. Okay. Deuteronomy 22:18-19. Then the other one, the law 302, which is 2. Deuteronomy 22:9. Law 33, which is 3. Exodus 35:3. So maybe I read it already, but I don't know. I just want to be sure. Exodus law 4, which is 304. To punish the wicked by the infliction of a strip. Deuteronomy 25:2. Law 5, which is 305. Not to execute the okay, I don't know if I also read this already. Let me law 305, but 5. 305. Not to execute the statutory number of strips laid on one who has incurred that punishment. Deuteronomy 25:3 and by 25:3. Law 6. Not to spare the offender in imposing the prescribed a punishment on one who has caused a damage. Deuteronomy 19:13. Law 7. To do unto false witness as they had proposed to do to the accuser. Yes. Deuteronomy 19:19. Law 8. Not to punish anyone who has committed an offense under duress. Deuteronomy 22:26. Now, other point, prophecy. Messiah is the reason for all this. Prophecy. Okay, law 9, which is 309, but I call it 9. Law 9, to hit the call of every prophet in each generation, provided that he neither adds to nor takes away from the Torah, the royal law. Deuteronomy 18:15. Not to prophesy falsely. Deuteronomy 18:20. That is Deuteronomy 18:20. That is law 10, 310. So now law 11. Not to refrain from putting a false prophet to death, nor to be in fear of him. Deuteronomy 18:22. You see, like T.B. Joshua prophesied the other day, didn't come to his false prophet. Like this nonsense Suleiman. They are all false prophets because Jephthah has never come to be a prophet. So when you fail, therefore you need to be put to death. That is why that's all the royal law is a curse. Because if they say it is still applicable, therefore they need to be put to death. All this, their nonsense, they are prophesying. There will not be a room for that. They will be afraid of their life. So that is why they said Jesus done away with it, because so that they will continue in their wickedness and in their iniquity. Yes, that is what they say is cursed. So right now, law 12, 312. Not to make a graven image, neither to make it oneself, nor to have it made by others. Leviticus 24. Law 13. Not to make any fingers for animals. even if they are not worshipped. Okay, Leviticus 20:20. Exodus 24, the one I first read, Lord 12. Exodus again 20:20. Now Lord 14, not to make idol even for others. Okay, Exodus 34 verses 17. Leviticus 94. Law 15, not to use the ornament of any object of idolatrous worship. Deuteronomy 7:25. Law 16, not to make use of an idol or its sorcery object of offering or liberation. Deuteronomy 7:26. Law 18. Okay, no, law 17, not to drink wine of idolatries. Deuteronomy 32:38. Law 18, not to worship an idol in the way in which it is usually worshipped. Okay, as Exodus 20:5. Law 19, not to bow down to an idol even if it is not made of worship. Exodus, that is the love of something, the love of money is an idol, the love of a human being, husband, whatever, anything you love more than for the Yehovah, it is an idol. Exodus 25. Law 20, not to prophesy in the name of an idol. Exodus 23:13. Deuteronomy 18:20. Law 21, not to hearken to one who prophesies in the name of an idol. Deuteronomy 13:4. Law 22, not to lead the children of Israel astray to idol. Exodus 23:13. Law 23, not to entice an Israel to idolatry. Deuteronomy 13:12. Law 24, to destroy idolatry and its practicing. Deuteronomy 12:2-3. Law 25, not to love the enticer to idolatry. That is somebody that is worshiping idol. You don't love them because they will entice you to do likewise. Deuteronomy 13:9. Law 27, not to save the enticer from capital punishment, but to stand by at his execution. Yes. We must purge away iniquity like I'm doing now, is purging away Christianity iniquity from my brethren. Deuteronomy 13:9. Law 28, a person whom he attempts to entice to idolatry shall not urge appeals for the acquaintance of the enticer. You must not save idolatry that is trying to seduce. We are not sparing no one. That is why we do what we are doing. Deuteronomy 13:9. Because if I feel lazy not to do this for my brethren, which means I'm sparing Christianity. Law 29, a person whom he has attempt to entice shall not refrain from giving evidence of the enticer guilt if he has such evidence. Therefore, you can prove it. I have many against Christianity, we know already. Deuteronomy 13:9 again. Law 30, not to swear by any idol to its worship, nor cause them to swear by it. Exodus 23:13. Law 31, not to turn one's attention to idolatry. Leviticus 19:4. Law 33, not to pass a child through the fire to Molech. Don't sacrifice your children to idol. Christianity has already sacrificed their children to idol. That is, you dedicate your children to Jesus. You give the life of your children to Jesus. That is, you are considered to pass through fire. What is the fire here? The link of fire. Leviticus 18:21. Law 34, not to suffer anyone practicing witchcraft to live. Suffer not a witchcraft for a living. Christianity is a witchcraft. We don't suffer you. We don't tolerate you. We will expose you until our brethren is out of you. You can go to hell, no problem. Exodus 22:17. Law 35, not to practice observing times or season. That is astrology. Leviticus 19:26. Law 36, not to practice superstitious witchcraft, doing things based on science and passion, using sorcery or candle. Leviticus 19 26. Law 37, not to consult familiar spirits or ghosts. Yes, and Christianity is consulting ghosts. You don't see that ghost fire? The serpent, the red dragon himself. Leviticus 19:31. Law 38, not to consult wizards. They are all wizards. That is why when you go to their prophet, you have to pay the Christendom. Leviticus 19:31. Law 39, not to practice a specific magic by using stones, herbs, or objects. Deuteronomy 18:10. Law 40, not to practice magic, practice in general. Deuteronomy 18:10. That is all these fetish priests. Like what we are seeing, sometimes they are doing magic. People is running after them. Law 41, not to practice the act of casting spell over snakes and scorpions. Deuteronomy 18:11. 42, not to inquire of a familiar spirit or ghost. Yes. Deuteronomy again 18:11. Law 43, not to seek the dead. Deuteronomy 18:11. Not to law 44, not to inquire of a wizard. I hope I'm not reading everything. I don't know. Deuteronomy 18:18, not to remove the entire beard like the adulterers. Leviticus 19:27. Law 46, not to rent the corners of the head as the idolaters priests do. Leviticus 19:27. Law 47, not to cut oneself or mark in one's flesh in grief like the idolaters. Leviticus 19:27. Deuteronomy 41. Leviticus 19:28. Excuse me. Oh, Father, help me. 48. Law 48, not to tattoo the body like the idolaters. Leviticus 19:28. Law 49, not to make a bed spot for the dead. Deuteronomy 14:1. Law 50, not to plant a tree for worship. Deuteronomy 16:21. Law 51, not to set up a pillar for worship. Deuteronomy 16:22. Law 52, not to show favor to idolaters. Deuteronomy 7:2. Law 53, not to make a covenant with the seven, the Canaanite idolatrous nations. Exodus 23:32. Deuteronomy 7:2. Law 54, not to settle idolatries in your own lands. Exodus 23:33. Law 55, to slay the inhabitants of a city that has become idolatrous. You see, the Ruach HaKodesh is going to slay all. Is going to slay all the Christendom because they are idol worshipper. He said to slay them. That is why they said the royal law is a call, because they know if they said it's applicable, they will be in trouble. Yes. To slay the inhabitants of a city that has become idolatrous and burn that city. Deuteronomy, Islamic is coming to do it, to give a right to them. 13:16-17. Law 56, not to rebuild a city that has been led astray to idolatry. Don't rebuild. Deuteronomy, let me focus on my reading. 13:17. Law 57, not to make use of the property of city that has been so led astray. Deuteronomy 13:18. Now we are going to another point: agriculture and animal husbandry. Law 58, not to cross bred cattle of different spice. Leviticus 19:19. Law 59, not to sow different kinds of seed together in one field. You see, don't sow lie with truth. Don't mix it together. Light and darkness don't go together. No, in field. Okay, you can't mix truth with lies. Christianity, that is what they are doing in the field. Here on earth, the earth makes the field. Okay, Deuteronomy 19:19. Law 60, not to eat the fruit of a tree for 3 years from the time it was planted. Leviticus 19:20. 23. 61. That the fruit of the fruit bearing trees in the 4th year of their planting shall be sacred like the second tithe, and eaten in Jerusalem. Leviticus 19:24. Law 62. Not to sow grain or herbs in a vineyard. Deuteronomy 22 verses 9. 63. Not to eat the produce of David's seed sown in a vineyard. Deuteronomy 22:9. 64. Not to walk with a beast of different spice yoked together. Deuteronomy 22:10. Now clothing, how we should dress. Law 65. That a man shall not wear a woman's garment. Deuteronomy 22:5. 66. That a woman should not wear men's clothing. Deuteronomy 22:5 again. 67. Not to wear garments made of wool and linen mixed together. Deuteronomy 22 verses 11. Now we are going to another point. Firstborn. Yeah, the firstborn. 68. Law 68, which is 368. 68. To redeem the firstborn human a male. Exodus 13. Exodus 34:20. Numbers 18:15. Law 69. To redeem the firstly of an ox. Exodus 13:13. Exodus 34:20. Law 70. To break the neck of the firstly of an ox if it is not redeemed. Exodus 30:30. Exodus 34:20. Law 71. Not to redeem the firstly of a clean beast. Of a clean beast. Numbers 18:17. Now we are going to the priestlyhood, another point. High priest, and Levite. Law 72. That the prince shall put on princely garments, vestments for the service. Exodus 28:2. Now for prince to dress in his princely garment. Is that a cause? 73. Not to tear the high priest a rope. Exodus 28:32. You know, when Messiah was about to be crucified, when they brought him to a pilate or so, I don't know. You know, the high priest now tore his garment, and here is being done. But that is significant. Why? Because the eternal high priest is right here. Therefore, the early high priest have to give way. That was why he tore his garment before the eternal high priest. And now, I quickly want to add that. Law 73, not to tore. Yeah, I read that already. Law 74, that the high priest shall not enter the sanctuary at all times. At times where he is not performing service. Yes, because the holiest of holies is only once in a year, and other fixed. Leviticus 16:2. Law 75, that the ordained prince shall not defile himself by contact with any dead. Yeah, with any dead or other than immediate relatives. Leviticus 21:1-3. 76, that the sons of Aaron defiles themselves, that the sons of Aaron defile themselves for their deceased relatives. Okay, yeah, if they are very close, you can go, by attending their burial, yeah, and more for them like other Yazre, or who are commanded to mourn for their relative. Leviticus 21:3. Now, Law 77, that a prince who had an Okay, now 77, that the prince who had an Emeric son during the day to cleanse him from his uncleanness shall not serve in the sanctuary until after sunset. Leviticus. This has to do with the prince. 21:6. 78. 78. A prince shall not marry a divorced woman. Second-hand woman is not allowed. Leviticus 21:7. 79 that a priest shall not marry a harlot, prostitute is not allowed. Only one place the prophet was allowed to marry a harlot, that is, it was a sign. I think Uzziah also, when he married a prostitute, it was a sign, because King Yahushua is coming to marry to a nation of prostitutes to redeem us. It was a sign that we were in the state of uncleanness, that a holy one is coming to marry to a harlot people, so that he will bring us into his sanctuary eternally. Okay, and not to marry a law 79 that a priest shall not marry a harlot, Leviticus 21:7. Law 80 that a priest shall not marry a profane woman, Leviticus 21:7. Law 81 to show honor to a priest and to give him precedence in all things that are holy, Leviticus 21:8. 82 that a high priest shall not defile himself with any dead, even if they are relative. The high priest now is not meant to do that, but normal priest can. Leviticus 21:11. Law 83 that a high priest shall not go under the same roof with a dead body, Leviticus 21:11. Law 84 that the high priest shall not marry a virgin untouched woman, Leviticus 21:13. Law 85 that the high priest shall not marry a widow. Okay, Leviticus 21:14. 86 that the high priest shall not cohabit with a widow even without marriage, because he profanes her, Leviticus 21:19. Law 87 that a person with a physical blemish shall not serve in the sanctuary, Leviticus 21:17. Law 88 that a prince with a temporary blemish shall not serve there, Leviticus 21:21. Law 89 that a person with a physical blemish shall not enter the sanctuary further than the altar, Leviticus 21:23. Law 90 that a priest who is unclean shall not serve in the sanctuary, Leviticus 22:2-3. Law 91 that to send the unclean out of the camp, that is out of the sanctuary, Numbers 5:2. Law 92 that a prince who is unclean shall not enter the courtyard, Numbers 5:2-3. This refers to the camp of the sanctuary. Law 93 that the sons or the descendants of Aaron shall bless Yisrael, Numbers 6:23. Law 94 to set apart a portion of the draft for the high priest, for the princess, Numbers 15:20. Law 95 that the Levites shall not occupy themselves with the service that belongs to the sons of Aaron, nor the sons of Aaron with that belongeth to the Levites, Numbers 18:3. Law 96 that one not a descendant of Aaron in the male line shall not serve in the sanctuary. How dare you, Christian, where you are calling yourself a priest, a Catholicism priest? Are you the descendant of Aaron? You will be stoned to death. Numbers 18:4-7. Law 97 that the Levites shall serve in the sanctuary, only the Levites, Numbers 18:23. Law 98 to give the Levites cities to dwell in, those to serve also as city of refuge, Numbers 35:2. Law 99 that none of the tribe of Levi shall take any portion of a territory in the land of Yisrael. Deuteronomy 18:1. Now law 400 that none of the tribe of Levi shall take any share of the spoil at the conquest of the promised land. The Yahuwah is their inheritance, okay? In order to prevent them from the love of money. Deuteronomy 18:1. Law 401, I start with 1 again. That the sons of Aaron shall serve in the sanctuary in the devotion, but on fixed festivals they all shall serve together. Okay, Deuteronomy 18:6. Now we are going into another point. Now, law 402, but I call it 2, that an uncircumcised person shall not serve, not shall not eat of the holy food, a holy offering, excuse me, and the same apply to other holy things. This rule is referred from the law, yes. Exodus 12, 44 to 45, and Leviticus 22, 1 to 10, Leviticus 22, 10. Okay, law 43. 3, which is 403. Not to, where is it? Not to utter the order of separating the holy and the tithe. The separation be in the order first fruits at the beginning. Okay, Exodus 22, 28. Law 4, to give half a scale every year to the sanctuary for the provision of the public service. Exodus, that is, yes, love offering. Let me keep reading. Exodus 30:13. That a prince who is unclean shall not eat of the holy food, holy offering. Leviticus 22, 3 to 4. Law 6, that a person who is not a king, or call him king, or the wife or unmarried daughter of a king, shall not eat of the holy offering. Leviticus 22:10. Law 7, that a sojourner with a prince, or his hired servant shall not eat of the holy offering. Leviticus 22:10. You see, Gentile, they are saying that you are not allowed to enter into the holies. You are not allowed to touch the holy things. Now you say you are the king, you are whatever. The other one was also calling himself king. You are all bunch of nonsense. Law 8, not to hit on holy things, something from which the the tithes and the love offering yet being separated. Leviticus 22:15. Law 9, to set apart the tithe of the produce, 1/10 of the produce, after taking out the holy offering for the Levites. Leviticus 27:30. Numbers 18:24. Law 10, to tithe cattle. Leviticus 27:32. Law 11, not to sell the tithe, of the, Law 11, not to sell the tithe of the herd. Leviticus 27:32 to 33. Law 12, that the Levites shall set apart 1/10 of the tithes which they had received from the Israel, and give it to the prince. Yes, the prince is the Kohen. Numbers 18:26. Law 13, not to eat the second tithe of carrier outside Jerusalem. Tithe needs to be given in Jerusalem. These people, they are taking tithe in the lands of Babylon. Oh my Father. Deuteronomy 12:17. Law 14, not to consume the second tithe of the vegetable outside of the Jerusalem. Okay. Yes, I take it again. Law 14, not to consume the second tithe of the vantage outside of Jerusalem. Deuteronomy 12:17. Law 15, not to consume the second tithe of the oil outside of Jerusalem. Deuteronomy 12 again, 17. Law 16, not to forsake the Levites. Deuteronomy 12:19. But their gift due should be given to them, so that they might rejoice therewith on every festival. Law 17. Yeah, I read it already. Deuteronomy 12:19. Lord 17, to set apart the second tithe in the first, second, fourth, and fifth years of the Shabbatical cycle to be eaten by its own owner in Yerushalayim. Deuteronomy 14:22. Law 18. To set apart the second tithe in the third and sixth year of the Shabbatical cycle for the poor. Deuteronomy 14:28-29. Law 19, to give the prince the due portion of the curses of cattle. Deuteronomy 18:3. Law 20, to give the first of the funds to the prince. Deuteronomy 18:4. 21, to set up Law 21, to set apart a small portion of the grain, wine, and oil for the prince. Yes. Deuteronomy 18:4 again. Law 22, not to expend the proceeds of the second tithe or anything but food and drink. Deuteronomy 26:14. Law 23, not to eat the second tithe even in Jerusalem in a state of uncleanness. Tidy, you can't eat it with uncleanness, with a filthy heart, the Christendom, until the tithe has been redeemed. Deuteronomy 26:14. Law 24, not to eat a second tithe when mourning, sadness of heart. Deuteronomy 26:14 again. Do you see how holy tithing is? Law 25, to make the declaration when bringing the second tithe to the sanctuary. Deuteronomy 26:13. Now we are going to the temple service. The temple, the sanctuary, and the sacred object. This has to do again with the priest. Law 26, not to build an altar of hewn stone. Exodus 20:22. Not to mount the altar by stealth. Exodus 20:23. Law 28, to build the sanctuary. Exodus 25:8. Law 29, not to remove the staves from the ark. Exodus 25:15. Law 30, to set the showbread and the frankincense before Yehovah every Shabbat. Exodus 25:30. Law 31, to kindle light in the sanctuary. Exodus 27:21. Law 32, that the breastplate shall not be loosed from the ephod. Exodus 28:28. Law 33, to offer up incense twice daily. Exodus 37. 34, not to offer strange incense nor any sacrifice upon the golden altar. Exodus 39. 35, that the prince shall wash his hands and feet at the time of service. Exodus 30:19. Law 36, to prepare the oil of ornaments and anoint high priests and kings with it. Linda said Jesus said you shouldn't use anointing oil anymore. Did you hear that? Exodus 30:31. Law 37, not to compare oil for lay upon after the former of the anointing oil. Exodus 30:32-33. Law 38, not to anoint a stranger with the anointing oil. Exodus 30:32. This is why Jesus said Elijah cast, because you know you will cut him red-handed. Stupid Jesus. Do you see how foolish Jesus is? Oh, this is done away. What would be the use of it? Done away with everything and giving up Babylonia. Do you see how so stupid? He is so stupid. Jesus is so stupid. Law 39, not to compare anything about anything after the formula of the incense. Okay, Exodus 30:37. Law 40, that he who is Error makes unlawful use of sacred things. Yeah, because you are in error. That is why you are making unlawful a holy things the Christian do. Shall make restitution of the value of his trespass and add a fifth. Okay, that the Ruach HaKodesh will give it to you. Leviticus 5 or 16. Law 41, to remove the ash from the altar. Leviticus 6 3. Law 42, to keep fire always burning on the altar of the burnt offering. Leviticus 6. Law 43, not to extinguish the fire on the altar. Leviticus 6. Law 44, that a prince shall not enter the sanctuary with with the shaved hair. Leviticus 10 6. Law 45, that a prince shall not enter the sanctuary with tall garment. Leviticus 10 6. Law 46, that the prince shall not leave the country yard after the sanctuary during service. Leviticus 10 7. That Law 47, that an intoxicated person shall not enter the sanctuary nor give a decision in matters of the law. Leviticus 10 9 to 11. Law 48, to reverend the sanctuary. Leviticus 19:30. This apply, of course, to synagogues. Law 49, that when the ark is carried, it shall be carried on the shoulder. Numbers 7:9. Law 50, to observe the second Passover. Yes, if you miss the first Passover, they see a chance for the second Passover. Numbers 9:11. Law 51, to eat the flesh of the Pesach lamb on its Passover lamb with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Numbers 9:11. Law 52, not to leave any flesh of the Pesach lamb broth on the second Passover until the morning. Leviticus, Numbers 9:12. Law 53, not to break a bone of the Pesach lamb through on the second broth on the second Passover. Numbers 19:12 again. Law 54, to sound the trumpet at the offering of sacrifices are in times of trouble. Okay, Numbers 10 9 to 10. Law 55, to watch over the edificate continually. Numbers 18 2. Law 56, not to allow the sanctuary to remain unwashed. Numbers 18 5. Law 57, that an offering shall be brought by one who has in error committed a trespass against sacred things or robbed or Leviticus 5:15. When you read all this scripture, you will get a better clue, because I don't want to break it. I'm just rushed so that I will be able to read everything. Okay. Law 58, not to destroy anything of the sanctuary or of synagogue or of houses or study, nor erase the holy names of Yahuwah. Okay. Deuteronomy 12 2 to 4. So now we are going into another session topic: sacrifices and offering. Now, Law 59, to sacrifice the firstling of clean cattle and offer it up. Exodus 13:2, Deuteronomy 15:19. Law 60, to slay the Pesach lamb. Exodus 12 verses 6. 61, to eat the flesh of the Pesach sacrifice on the night of the 15th of the first month. Exodus 12:8. Law 62, not to eat the flesh of the Pesach lamb raw or salted or raw. Exodus 12:9. Law 63, not to leave any portion of the flesh of the Pesach sacrifice until the morning unconsumed. Exodus 12:10. Law 64, not to give the flesh of the Pesach lamb to an Israel who had become an apostate. Yes. Exodus 12:43. Law 65. Not to give flesh of the Pesach lamb to a stranger who live among you to eat. Exodus 12:45. The Gentile is not allowed to eat in the Pesach, the lamb of Passover. That is why Christianity, they are not celebrating Passover. That is why they run to Easter. Easter, the goddess of fertilities, the mother of their son, day. Jesus is so stupid, eh? He is so stupid because he said he's the author of this law that I'm reading. And yet he said it's been done away. Do you see how wonderful the law is? He said it's been done away. You see how crazy he is? All right now. The stranger is not allowed to eat, yes, of the Passover lamb. Law 66. Not to take any of the flesh of the Pesach lamb from the company place of assembly. Exodus 12:46. Law 67. Not to break a bow of the Pesach lamb. Exodus 12:46 again. Law 68. That the uncircumcised shall not eat of the flesh of the Pesach lamb. Okay. Exodus 12:48. Law 69. Not to slaughter the Passover lamb while there is leaven in the home. Exodus 23:18. Exodus 24:25. Law 70. Not to leave the part of the Pesach lamb that should be burnt on the altar until the morning. Until the morning, when it will no longer be fit to be burnt. Exodus 23:18. Exodus 24:25. Law 71. Not to go up to the sanctuary for the festival without bringing an offering. If the Christian pastor want to rob, they always quote here. I heard it from them. If they want to rob, they always quote all this. You cannot come into the presence of the Most High without nothing. You're empty-handed. Bastard people. Demon, Satan, see the serpent. You are. You just took the place that suits you. Christianity, they are see the serpent. They not took the biblical character and mix it up with Babylonian. They are pagan. Very well too. That one is well exposed unto us. Now, Law 71. Yes, I read it already. Exodus 23:15. Law 72. To bring the first fruits. This one is the another biggest money making. To bring the first fruit to the sanctuary. This one, every January 1st, they always steal it. They always use it. That is why they are heading to the Christian pastors. You are all doomed. Exodus 23:19. They always use it on their January 1st. Useless Paula White. She always use it. Law 73. That the flesh of a sin offering and guilt offering shall be eaten. Okay. Exodus 29:23. 74. That one not of the seed of Aaron shall not eat the flesh of the holy sacrifices. Exodus 29:33. Law 75. To observe the procedure of the burnt offering. Leviticus 1:3. Law 76. To observe the produce of the male offering. Leviticus 21:1. Procedure of the male offering. Yeah. Leviticus 2:1. Law 77. Not to offer all leaven or honey. Leviticus 2:11. Law 78. That every sacrifice be salted. You are the salt of the world. But if you lose to be a salt, you become bitterness. That is your state of life, or eternal state will be in the lake of fire, because that is bitterness. Leviticus 2:13. Law 79. Not to offer up any offering unsalted. Leviticus 2:13. Law 80. That the court of judgment shall offer up a sacrifice if they have in a Judaica pronouncement. Leviticus 4:13. Law 81, that an individual shall bring a sin offering if he has sinned in error by committing a transgression. Leviticus 4:27 to 28. 82, to offer a sacrifice of verily value in accordance with one's meals. Leviticus 5:7. Law 83, not to shave completely the hair of a fowl brought as a sin offering. Yes. Leviticus 5:8. Law 84, not to put olive oil in a sin offering made of flour. Leviticus 5:11. Law 85, not to put frankincense on a sin offering made of flour. Leviticus 5:11 again. Law 86, that an individual shall bring an offering if he is in doubt as to where he has committed a sin for which one has to bring a sin offering. All this one doesn't apply because Messiah represents all this. Okay, when we finish reading, a time will come, then we'll begin to the one that applies and the one that doesn't apply. This is what Messiah did for us. Okay, Leviticus 5:17 to 19. Law 87, that the reminder of the meal offering shall be eaten. Leviticus 6:9. 88, not to allow the remainder of the meal offering to become leavened. Leviticus 6:10. Law 89, that the high priest shall offer a meal offering daily. Leviticus 6:13. Law 90, to eat of the meal offering brought by Aaron and his son. Leviticus 6:16. Law 91, to observe the procedure of the sin offering. Leviticus 6:18. Law 92, not to eat of the flesh of sin offering, the blood of which is brought within the sanctuary and sprinkled towards the veil. Leviticus 6:23. Law 93, to observe the procedure of the guilt offering. Leviticus 7:1. Law 94, to observe the procedure of the peace offering. Leviticus 7:11. Law 95, to burn meat of the holy sacrifice that have remained over. Leviticus 7:17. Law 96, not to eat of sacrifice that are eaten beyond the appointed time for eating them. Leviticus 7:18. Law 97, not to eat of holy things that have become unclean. Leviticus 7:19. Law 98, to burn meat of the holy sacrifice that has become unclean. Leviticus 7:19. Law 99, that a person who is unclean shall not eat of the things that are holy. Leviticus 7:20. Now law 500. A prince's daughter who profaned herself shall not eat of the holy things, neither of the holy offering, nor of the holy breast, nor of the shoulder of peace offering. Leviticus 10:14. Leviticus 22:12. Law 105. I start again. Law 1, that a woman after childbirth shall bring an offering when she is clean. Leviticus 12:6. Law 2, that the leper shall bring a sacrifice after he is cleansed. Leviticus 14:10. Is form of a thanksgiving. Law 3, that a man having an issue shall bring a sacrifice after he is cleansed of his issue. Leviticus 15:30-15. Law 4, that a woman have an issue shall bring a sacrifice after she is cleansed of her issue. Leviticus 15:28-30. Law 5, to observe on Yom Kippur, or the service appointed for that day, regarding the sacrifice, confession, sending away of the Azazel goat. Leviticus 16:3-34. Lord 6. Not to slaughter beasts set apart for sacrifice outside the sanctuary. Leviticus 17:3-4. Lord 7. Not to eat flesh of a sacrifice that had been left over beyond the time appointed for its consumption. Leviticus 19:8. Law 8. Not to sanctify a sacrifice blemished cattle for sacrifice on the altar. Leviticus 22:20. Law of 9. That every animal offered up shall be without blemish. Leviticus 22:21. Not to inflict, Law 10. Not to inflict a blemish on cattle set apart for a sacrifice. Leviticus 22:21. Law 11. Not to slaughter blemished cattle as sacrifice. Leviticus 22:22. Law 12. Not to burn the lambs of blemished cattle upon the altar. Leviticus 22:22 again. Law 13. Not to sprinkle the blood of the blemished cattle upon the altar. Leviticus 22:24. Law 14. Not to offer up a blemished beast that comes from Yisrael. Leviticus 22:25. Law 15. That the sacrifice of cattle can only take place when they are at least 8 days old. Leviticus 22:27. Law 16. Not to leave any flesh of the thanksgiving offering until morning. Leviticus 22:30. Law 17. To offer up the meal offering of the Omer on the morrow after the first day of the Passover together with the lamb. Leviticus 23:10. Law 18. Not to eat bread made of new grain before the Omer of Abari has been offered up on the second day of the Passover. Leviticus 23:14. Law 19. Not to eat a roasted grain of the new produce before that time. Leviticus 23:14. Law 20. Not to eat fresh ears of the new grain before that time. Leviticus 23:14. Law 21. To bring on wave loaves of bread together with the sacrifice which are there offered up in connection with the loaves. That is the feast of Shavuot. Leviticus 23:17-20. Law 22. To offer up an additional sacrifice on Passover. Leviticus 23:36. Law 23. That one who vows to Yahuwah, the monetary vow of a palsy shall pay the amount appointed in the scripture portion. Leviticus 27:2-8. Law 24. If a beast is exchanged for one that had been set apart and offering, both becomes sacred. Leviticus 27:10. Law 25. Not to exchange a beast set aside for sacrifice. Leviticus 27:10. Law 26. That one who vowed to Yahuwah that the monetary over of an unclean beast shall pay its value. Leviticus 27:11-13. Law 27. That one who vowed the value of his or house shall pay according to the appraisal of the prince. Leviticus 27:11-13. Law 28. That one who is sacrificed to Yahuwah a portion of his field shall pay according to the estimation appointed in this and the scripture portion. Leviticus 27:16-24. Law 29. Not to transfer a beast set apart for sacrifice from one class of sacrifice to another. Leviticus 27:26. Law 30. To decide in regard to dedicate a property as to which is sacred to Yahuwah and which belongs to the prince. Leviticus 27:28. Law 31. Not to sell a field devoted to Yahuwah. Leviticus 27:28. Law 32, not to redeem a field devoted to Yahuwah, Leviticus 27:28. Law 33, not to, to make confession before Yahuwah of any sin that one has committed when bringing a sacrifice and at other time. Numbers 5:6-7. Law 34, not to put olive oil in the meal offering of a woman suspected of adultery. Number 15. Law 35, not to put frankincense on it. Number 5:15. Law 36, to offer up the regular sacrifice daily, 2 lambs as burnt offering. Numbers 28:3. Law 37, to offer up an additional sacrifice every Shabbat, 2 lambs. Numbers 28:9. Law 38, to offer up an additional sacrifice every new moon. Numbers 28:11. Law 39, to bring an additional offering on the day of the first fruit, that is Shavuot. Numbers 28:26-27. Law 40, to offer up an additional offering on a feast of trumpet. Numbers 29:1-6. Law 41, to offer up an additional sacrifice on the day of atonement, Yom Kippur. Numbers 29:7-8. Law 42, to offer up an additional sacrifice on Feast of Tabernacle. Yes, number 29:12-34. Law 43, to offer up an additional offering on the 8th day after the Feast of Tabernacle, which is a festival by itself. Number 29:35-38. Law 44, to bring all offering, whether obligatory or free will, on the first of festival after this. Deuteronomy 12:5-6. Law 45, to offer up sacrifice outside the sanctuary. Deuteronomy 12:13. Law 46, to offer all sacrifices in the sanctuary. Deuteronomy 12:14. Law 47, to redeem cattle set apart for sacrifice that contains disqualify blemish, after which they may be eaten by anyone. Deuteronomy 12:5. Law 48, not to eat of the unblemished firstly outside Jerusalem. Deuteronomy 12:17. Law 49, not to eat the flesh of the burnt offering. Yes, this is a prohibition applying to every trespasser not to enjoy any of the holy things. Deuteronomy 12:17. Law 50, that the sons of Aaron, his descendants, shall not eat the flesh of the sin offering or guilt offering outside the country yard of the sanctuary. Deuteronomy 12:17 again. Law 51, not to eat of the flesh of the sacrifice that are holy in a measure or degree, because before the blood has been sprinkled on the altar. Deuteronomy 12:70. Law 52, that the prince that the prince shall not eat the first fruits before they are set down in the country yard of the sanctuary. Deuteronomy 12:70 again. Law 53, to take trouble to bring sacrifices to the sanctuary from a place outside the land of Yisrael. Deuteronomy 12:26. Law 54, not to eat the flesh of beasts set apart as sacrifice that have been rendered unfit to be offered up by deliberately inflicted and blemished. Deuteronomy 14:3. My hands. Now, Law 55, not to do work with cattle set apart for sacrifice. Deuteronomy 15:19. 56, not to share beasts set apart for sacrifice. Deuteronomy 15:19. Law 57, not to leave any portion of the festival offering brought on the 14th of first month until the third day. Yes, Deuteronomy 16:4. Law 58, not to offer up a beast that has a temporary blemish. Deuteronomy 17:1. Law 59, not to bring sacrifice out of the hire of a harlot or price of a dog, apparently a for sodomia, that is homosexuality. Okay, Deuteronomy 23:19. Now we are going to other section. Point: ritual, purity and impurity. That is 561. 61. That eight species of creepy things defiled by contact. Leviticus 11. So when you take it, when you read it in full context, then you will get the opinion. You will get the understanding because it is being listed out. Leviticus 11:29-30. Law 62. That food became defiled by contact with unclean things. Leviticus 11:34. Law 63. That anyone who touched the carcass of a beast that died of itself shall be unclean. Leviticus 11:39. Law 64. That a lying woman is unclean, like that a laying with woman is unclean, like a menstrual woman in terms of uncleanliness. That is when woman is in sin blood. Yeah, she's unclean before. Yeah, Leviticus 2:5. Law 65. That a leper is unclean and defiled. Leviticus 13:2-46. Law 66. Law 66. That the leper shall be recognized as such by the prescribed marks. So 2. A leper shall be recognized as a such by the prescribed marks. All other unclean persons should declare themselves as such. Leviticus 13:45. Law 67. That a leprosy garment is unclean and defiled. Leviticus 13:47-49. Law 68. That a leprosy house is defiled. Leviticus 14:34-46. Law 69. That a man that a man having a running issue defiled. Leviticus 15:1-15. Law 70. That the seed of corruption, that the seed of pollution defiles. Leviticus 15:16. Law 71. That the purification from all kinds of defilement shall be effected by ceremonial washing. Leviticus 15:16. Law 72. That a menstrual woman is unclean and defile others. Leviticus 15. Oh, my father. 15:19-24. Law 73. That a woman having a running issue defile. Leviticus 15:25-27. Law 74. To carry out the ordinances of the red ephah, so that its ash will always be available. Numbers 19:9. Okay, Law 75. That a corpse defiles. Yeah. Numbers 19:11-16. Law 76. That the waters of separation defile one who is clean, and cleanse the unclean from pollution by a dead body. Numbers 19:19-22. Now, lepers and leprosy, another point. This is a tough one. Abba Yehovah, Oraba Sabaye Deo. Imoraba Sekeya, Abba Yehovah Gorobos Karabo. Abba Yehovah Imasantalabu Yenderebo. Really is a tough one. Reading a very long script is a tough one. But it worth doing for the sake of my brethren that is in Babylon. for cleansing. Okay, law 77, not to devour or not to draw off the hair of the skull. Leviticus 13 of 33. Law 78, that the procedure of the cleansing leprosy, whether of a man or of a house, take place with cedar wood, his scarlet, thread, 2 bells, and running water. Leviticus 14, 1-7, Law 79, that the leper shall shave all his hair. Leviticus 14, 9. Law 80, not to pluck out the marks of leprosy. Deuteronomy 24, 8. Now we are going to the king. I think I have to do that of the king last. Let's go to the law of Nazarite. Oh, excuse me, no, it's been listed, so that I didn't cause no confusion here. Now another point, the king. Law 81, not to cause a ruler, that is the king, in the land of Israel. Christianity said, oh, my father, royal law is cause. Exodus 22:27, Law 82, to appoint a king. Deuteronomy 15. Because when you said the royal law is cause, that is you are causing the king, the eternal king. He is the royal law. Okay. Deuteronomy, I read that 82, to appoint a king. Deuteronomy 17:15. 83, not to appoint as a ruler over Israel one who comes from no Israel, the Gentile. You cannot appoint a ruler over Israel, someone that is not from the body of Israel, the Gentile. Oh, my father. Okay. Deuteronomy 17. Okay, 15 again. Law 84, that the king shall not acquire an expensive number of horses. Deuteronomy 17:16. Law 85, that the king shall not take an expensive number of wives. Okay, king is only meant to take just one wife. Deuteronomy 17:17. I think my brother Judea, you will talk about this. You will talk about this. Okay, now Law 86, that he shall not accumulate an expensive quantity of gold and silver. Okay, Deuteronomy 17:17. Law 87, that the king shall write a scroll of the Torah for himself, in addition to the one that everyone should write, so that he write 2 scrolls. Deuteronomy 17:18. Now the law of Nazarites. Law 88, that a Nazarite shall not drink wine or anything mixed with wine with taste like wine, even if the wine or the mixture has turned sour, it is prohibited to him. Number 6:3. Law 89, that he shall not eat fresh grapes. Numbers 3 and 6:3. Law 90, that he shall not eat dried grapes. Numbers 3 6:3 again. Law 91, that he shall not eat the eat of the kernels of the grapes. Numbers 6:4. Pardon me, sometimes I made mistake, but I'm focused on the scripture. So you can read it on your own. I'm focused on the scripture. Okay. Law 92, that he shall not eat of the skin of the grape. Numbers 6:4. On 93, that the Nazarite shall permit his hair to grow. Numbers 6:5. 94, that the Nazarite shall not cut his hair. Numbers 6:5. 95, that he shall not enter any covered statue where there is a dead body. Number 6:6. 96, that a Nazarite shall not defile himself for any dead person by being in the presence of the corpse. Number 6:7. 97, that the Nazarite shall shave his hair when he brings his offering at the completion of the period of his Nazarethship, or within that a period of he has become the fight. Number 6, now war. The loss of war, how to go into war. 98, that those engaged in warfare shall not fear their enemies, nor be panic shaken by them during battle. Deuteronomy 3:22 and 7:21 and 23. Deuteronomy 99, to anoint a special prince to speak to the soldiers in a war. Okay, Deuteronomy 22. This is today, equivalent to the military camp. Military camp. Law 600. In a permissive war, as distinguished from the obligatory, when to observe the procedure prescribed in the royal law. Deuteronomy 20:10. Law 601, that is 1. Not to keep alive any individual of the seven Canaanist nation. Deuteronomy 20:16. The Canaanists simply mean the Gentile. The idol worshiper, they are not meant to be spelled. Law 2, that is 602. To exterminate the seven Canaanist nation from the land of Israel. Deuteronomy 20:17. Law 3, not to destroy fruit trees in warfare. Deuteronomy 20:19-20. Law 604, to deal with a beautiful woman taken captive in war in the manner prescribed in the royal law. Deuteronomy 21:10-14, like that of Rahab. Law 5, not to sell a beautiful woman taken captive in war. Deuteronomy 21:14. Law 6, not to disregard a beautiful woman taken captive in war to the condition of a burnt woman. Okay, Deuteronomy 21:14. Law 7, not to offer pigs to the Ammonites and the Moabites before waging war on them, as should be done to other nations. Deuteronomy 23:7. Law 608, that anyone who is unclean shall not enter the camp of the Levites. Deuteronomy 23:11. Law 609, to have a place outside the camp for for sanitary purpose. Deuteronomy 23:13. Law 610, to keep that place sanitary. Deuteronomy, to keep that place sanitary. Okay, sanitary, Deuteronomy 23:14-15. Law 11, I'm glad that I'm about to be done. I have done it. Yes, we have done it. Devil, Jesus, you are going to the in fact, now you are going to prison. Serpent, the chain is already here. Michael is here to chain you and cast you to the furnace of fire. Yes, Law 609, to have a place outside the camp for sanitary purpose. I read that already. To keep that place sanitary. Deuteronomy 14:15. Law 11, always to remember what Amalekite did. The Gentiles, Christendom, we will always remember what you did to us. You deceived me. You fed me with the food of idolatry. You make me to keep Sunday to bow down to serpent. I remember it. That is why I'm so much angry with your pastors. You deceived me. You steal my money. Whereby the royal law said, don't do that to me. Okay? Now I'm so glad because I'm almost done. Yes, sir. Deuteronomy 25:17. Law 12, that the evil done to us by Amalek shall not be forgotten. Deuteronomy 25:19. Law 613. Now we are in the heavenly courtroom. Now the law is out. Yes, so I'm so glad. Let me read it again. 613. To destroy the seed of Amalek. Deuteronomy 25:19. Ierebo sondo. Ierebo sekeya. Yereboseya, yereboso, yereboseya, yereboso, yerebosendeya, korila basende o, moshantalabuyekeya, yerebosendeya, Abba Father, Abba Yehovah, yereboso do korila basekeya. Now, we are in the heavenly courtroom of the Yehovah. You know, when a case is brought to the court, the judge will sit. The lawyer is there. All the body of the court, they are all there. Exactly what we have just done. You might see it so simple, but in the spirit realm, it is so exactly more dreadful. More dreadful. Now, family, you judge for yourself. What is the cause? Why should this be abolished? Do you see how stupid your Jesus is? He said he is the author of the life. He is the author, he is the first and the last. He said he is the beginning and the end. He said he is a Messiah. Today you told us Shabbat is a perpetual covenant, and again you come to us and said it's no more perpetual, that Sunday is perpetual. Do you see how so stupid, how so filthy your Jesus is? Tell me now, what is wrong in all this law? Now that it's being read in your ear, you have no excuse at all. No. And what is the title? What is the scripture background? The fear of Yehovah is the beginning of wisdom. And we see the 4 alphabet that makes fear. What is it? F-E-A-R. In part 1, we break it down by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. And what did the royal king say? King Yehoshua Meshach. He said, be wiser than the serpent and be harmless as the dove. Though you see, the royal law is being attacked right from Genesis 3. That was why Apostle to the Gentiles said he is afraid that the serpent will also come and do the same to you, to twist the royal law. And do you see how they twisted it today? Now you see, now that I've read it all, you see for yourself, Gentile is not allowed to do anything in the sanctuary. No, you are just meant to be a slave. As we read in part 1, that is who you are. As we all make one body, a Messiah, we know the body have all kinds of parts, offices. That is why Apostle Shaul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, you can read it. He now begin to let us know that there are different offices in the body. He now said, you that is the feet, that is you that is going to occupy the feet. You shouldn't say because you are not the head, therefore you are not a part of the body. Say no, you are a part of the body. And we also see that the Gentile is meant to be a slave to the Israel forever. Nothing will redeem them. You see? And we also see, he said we should treat them with respect. And any Gentile that also make it up to the kingdom of Yehovah, they are not going to be having problem in serving the Israel in the kingdom of Yahushua HaMashiach here on earth. They are not going to be having problem at all. That is the duty of Gentile. Gentile is never meant to prophesy. Have you ever seen where the leg is prophesying? Have you ever seen where you can lay leg on somebody's head? Have you ever seen where the leg speaks or where the leg teach? No, the leg is to carry the entire body, wherever the entire body is going to. That is the office of the Gentile. But today they now occupy a holy office. You see all the money you have been using the royal law, all your pastors, all the money, the property they acquire, that they have been using the royal law to acquire, they are going to vomit them all in the lake of fire. You see what did Joshua 1:7-8 said? He said if you want to have a good success, you should meditate on the royal law night and day. So that he said then your way will be prosperous. You see, what is prosperity that he's talking about there? You will have the earthly prosperity and the heavenly prosperity. Just as he said in 1 John, said that you may prosper and be in good health as your soul prospereth. Your soul first has to prosper in the holy things of Yehovah before your physical being prosper. And for you to get the prosperity, it is for you to meditate in the royal law night and day. Don't deviate from it. Christianity want to prosper, but they said the royal law is a cost to them. But if you want to steal, you will go to the royal law. Malachi is a law. Sin of sin is a law. Fundraise is a law. Fundraise is in the law. And you always did that. It's a law. You see, that is why you are under domination. You see, so family, you have listened to this, you have heard for yourself. Now you have to draw out your conclusion. Know if you are worthy of life. If any Yazrael or the elect that listen to this message, they will understand that Jesus is the cursed one, and they will vomit all Babylon. So now, family, stay in tune on the Shabbat. Another powerful topic is coming. This is awesome. This is powerful. By His grace is powerful. Really, it is powerful. The office of a woman. We are going to take it now in the full context. We as a helper to our husband. We are going to see what the word helper, that is the very name Father Yohan named us. And we are going to see what is the meaning of helper. We are going to take it like we also take that of fear. And Father Yohan named us helper. That is our name from Father Yehovah himself. And our husband, the first Adam, now named us a woman. So we are also going to see what contains, what makes you a woman, and what is woman. We are going to break it down alphabet by alphabet down to the royal law. Okay, so be in tune on a Shabbat. This is powerful. It is awesome for you as it's woman empowerment. The royal law is going to set woman on her. The real character. The office, you as a queen. Woman is a queen. To rule and reign with the king. You as a woman, this message is going to put you on her. How powerful and awesome Father Yehovah has made woman to be. Be into my family. This is awesome. This is powerful. On the Shabbat, by His grace, we are going to do that. We are going to unfold how you should rule and reign. Because you are being taken from the side of the man. Taken from the side of the man, that makes you equal. And did not say you should walk in the back like some of my Hebrew brother is doing, that they are castigating us, that they are casting us down, they make us feel so inferior. We are not inferior. We are powerful on the move. We are made for a powerful movement in the kingdom of Yahushua. We have our throne as a woman. We have our office that without you, you cannot do, you men. The royal law has really raised us high. I'm going by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, I'm going to avail the glory, the power, and the strength of a woman. You men do also have. From eternity to eternity, man is higher than a woman, but you cannot do without us. We are just like a water. You can't live without water. So honor us and praise us. So that is what we are going to look into. It is to empower women. Oh yes. So family, being too on the Shabbat. Father, I bless you with the power and the voice of Psalm 29. say, Bushantala, Yantulubu, hey, Yehovah Yantulubu, Yehovah Yantulubu, Bule Sandola Masandalabo, Neseke Yandalabo Sandalabo, Bushandalaba Yandelabo Sandalabo, Kuraba Yandelabo, Kusendebo Yandelebo. Family, stay in tune. You hear more from me on the Shabbat, especially if you are a woman. Oh, this is going to put you on high. It's going to make you, that is going to let you know who you are in Yahuwah. Because some of our brothers in the US, the way they are bringing us down, they make us feel so inferior. They make us feel as if we are not important. Except for the Yahuwah made us, both the man and the woman, in his own image. So we'll unveil that mystery on the Shabbat. One love.